It's DK back at you with another video here for the NBA main slate here on Sunday. We got a smaller slate, 4 games, but some pretty appealing games on the docket. Real quick, let's see what we did last night. So last night, pretty successful night for me. Again, I just been kind of sticking to tournaments recently, but it was, I guess, cashing all the tournaments that I entered. So let's go over the lineup real quick. So I said I liked the Minnesota and the New Orleans game a lot as the game stack, so I kind of went with that with Anthony Davis, with Karl-Anthony Towns, who went off. Then I added in Alf Payton, and then Jeff Teague, who got injured. A little disappointing there. And then, Kelly Oubre with Devin Booker out. I liked Melton, Oubre, and Josh Jackson were all in play. So Kelly Oubre went off. And then Royce O'Neal again, with all those guys out for Utah. He was just too cheap. Harry Giles, I was a little risky there, but he didn't do bad for me. And then Rashawn Holmes again. I really like playing this guy, like off the bench. He's just, he just produces. So that was the lineup I went with. So it was a pretty solid night. And yeah, let's see if we can keep it going here tonight for this 4-game slate. So brief overview here. Obviously you got Harden. So Harden at 12-7 against Orlando. This guy has just been, he's been playing, like, I don't even know what I'm watching with him. Like, it's insane. In 30 minutes, he put up 43 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. He's just, like, unfadable at this point. Obviously there's merit. If you're playing GPPs, there's merit to fade him. But if you're playing cash games, I think you kind of just have to play hard and then go from there. But, there definitely is some pivots in GPPs here. Obviously there could be a blowout here. This Golden State-Dallas game looks pretty enticing, as well as this Cavs-Lakers game. Portland-Denver, not bad either. So, like I said, all 4 of these games are pretty solid games. So, then you got Steph here, 9-8. So, I think Dallas is only, or the Golden State's only favored by like 6 or 7. So Vegas thinks this game should stay close. So, whenever we can project the Warriors to play their full allotment of minutes, you have to you take them into consideration. Steph Curry, Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond, all in play for me. So I definitely think you should get some exposure to the Warriors here. And you got Lillard at 8.6, who, anytime he's under 9K, I do have interest, but I'll probably look elsewhere. Like, I would like rather pay the extra 1,000 or so for Curry, or just pay way up for Harden than Lillard. And then, like, right below Lillard is Luka Doncic, who I prefer as well, who has just been playing. He's really starting to turn on here, in his rookie season. We got J.J. Barea is out for the season, and then we got Dennis Smith Jr. is questionable as well. So if he's out again, Doncic should be locked into some good minutes. An up-tempo game at home against Golden State. I think Doncic is a very solid play there at 8.5. Let's see. So Lonzo Ball. So I think this Cleveland-LA game is definitely the most stackable game. Everyone's kind of priced in like the mid-tier range. So you definitely could run a pretty solid game stack here. And these Lakers seem too underpriced right now. Lonzo, Ingram, Josh Hart, and Kyle Kuzma are all going to see 30-plus minutes in a good matchup here against Cleveland. So I think these Lakers seem all too cheap. Lonzo, 6.4. Seems way too cheap. Ingram at 6.3 seems way too cheap. Josh Hart at 5.5. He seems a little underpriced. He's kind of been up and down. Then Kuzma, I think Kuzma is at, let's see, 6.9, I believe. Yeah, 6.9. Again, so this game is definitely stackable. You could run, all those Lakers and run it back with like Jordan Clarkson here, who in a revenge game narrative, I like a lot here at 5.7. I know the minutes have kind of been up and down here for these Cavs. They do kind of run a deep rotation, which does worry me. But if the starters can keep this game close, I do see the main guys pushing for 30 plus minutes or so for the Cavs. So again, I think that game is probably the most stackable game. There's so many Cleveland wings that you could take a shot on. Where's Cleveland here? Clarkson, Alec Burks, Sexton, Hood, even Cameron Payne's in the rotation. Dellavedova too. Like I said, they run a really deep rotation. And you can look like C.D. Osman and Tristan Thompson, Zizic. So Like, that is the thing that worries me with the Cavs is the deep rotation, but I think you could take a shot at a couple of them in GPPs. Let's see. Okay, let's move on to shooting guard here. And again, Klay Thompson. This game is projected to stay close, and Klay Thompson has been playing great basketball here. Really shooting the ball well. 26, 20, 43, and 30 real-life points in the last 4 games. 7.2K, he is priced up where, me personally, I'll probably go elsewhere. I kind of like buying low on players. So Klay is pretty priced up here, but he has been producing. But just me personally, I think I'll probably look to the other Warriors. But I'm not going to talk you off Klay Thompson if you want to play him. Let's see. So Will Barton finally came back here. Did only play 16 minutes. So if we get news that Will Barton maybe enters the starting lineup is not going to see a minutes restriction, then I would like him a lot here, 5.2K. But my guess would be they'd probably still try to ease him back a bit, maybe limit him like 20 or so minutes. So if he's on a minutes limit, like a strict one, I'll probably look elsewhere. Okay, so these Denver guards, so Torrey Craig, Beasley, Monte Morris, you definitely could give a look to if Gary Harris misses again. Beasley played 40 minutes last game with no Gary Harris. Torrey Craig been starting, playing some solid minutes, and Monte Morris on the bench. So all 3 of those guys for Denver would be in play if Gary Harris is out once again. Okay, let's move on to small forward. And again, Durant here. Seems a little underpriced. Anytime you can get Durant under 10K, pretty solid here. Again, this game does project to stay close, so I think you could play, target a couple Warriors here. So Durant, pretty solid play there at 9.6. And Kuzma, again, it's just like this game, I don't know. I might make multiple lineups today for the first time in a while because this game, like the game stack here for the Cavs, Lakers seems really enticing. Everyone just seems underpriced. You can fit basically whoever you want in that game. Yeah, Kuzma just seems too cheap there at 6.9K. And Aaron Gordon, this is like the definition of a GPP play. He's just so up and down, but the price is the thing that's appealing here, 6.5K. Normally, we get Aaron Gordon like around 8K. So the price here at 6.5K, he just seems a little underpriced. So I think you could take a shot on him. And then Harrison Barnes. You guys know, I'm not a huge Harrison Barnes fan, but again, we got no J.J. Barea, possibly no Dennis Smith Jr. again. A little revenge game too. 5.6K. I know he's kind of just like been up and down, but I might take a shot at Harrison Barnes here. Again, he's got the revenge game narrative going for him too. Let's see, these cheap, again, like the cheap Cavs here, like Hood, C.D. Osman. If the game stays close, should push for some more minutes here so they can keep it close. So I definitely think it is viable to kind of go with the game stack in that game. Then Beasley here, he's been super productive here off the bench. Not really seeing enough, like a full allotment of minutes here, but 21, 9, 19, 18. He's still producing huge fancy games. So 3.8K, I think you could take a shot here on Michael Beasley if you wanted to GPPs. Then power forward position. So Draymond, again, the game projects to be close. So I think you could target a couple of these Warriors here. Draymond, anytime you can get him under 7K, it seems too underpriced. So I think Draymond, definitely viable there at 6.7K. MILLSAP, the minutes are just up and down so much with Mike Malone. 22, 30, 24, 32. Sometimes they'll close them, sometimes they won't. I'm probably going to look elsewhere with MILLSAP. Let's see. Plumlee, I guess, he does have the revenge game narrative. If Trey Lyles misses, maybe you could take a shot, but he's just, I don't know, he's not seeing enough minutes where I don't think it's viable. And MAXI KLEBER has been picking up the start. Last couple games here, played 34 and 30 minutes. If he picks up a start again, you have to take this guy into consideration here at 4K. But if he doesn't pick up the start, I'll probably look elsewhere, so we're going to wait for news. But if he does start, I think MAXI KLEBER, pretty solid play there at 4K. Okay, let's move on to the center position. So you got Jokic here at 10-2. Also, just been playing some great basketball here of late. In a close game, should play close to 35 minutes. He's just, again, he's in a stretch where he's just playing some great basketball. So I think Jokic, if you wanted to pivot off of Harden, I think Jokic would be a pretty solid pivot. And then you got Vucevic and Nurkic. I seem too underpriced here. Vucevic, I just wish they would give this guy more minutes. Mo Bamba out, so maybe he sees a few extra minutes here. Capella, not the best defender. And yeah, Vucevic just seems underpriced here at 8.7K, so I like him a lot. And then Nurkic, a revenge game here at 8.3K. He's had some pretty big games here of late against Denver. He's the price here at 8.3K. I know he's priced up a bit, but he's been paying it off here. So Nurkic, I think, is a pretty solid play as well at 8.3K. So I do like a lot of these expensive centers. Let's see, Tristan Thompson. If you wanted to go with the game stack here, I think would be pretty solid. Again, if the game stays close, I would project him to probably play 30 plus minutes. So I think he's pretty solid if you want to go with that game stack approach in GPPs. Let's see. Again, Mo Bamba out. Let me go to Orlando really quick. It was BIRCH who picked up the backup minutes here. Played 18 minutes, about 26 fantasy points. So it looks like he's going to be the backup center here. So, at basically, minimum price here, should play 15 or so minutes. I think he definitely doable there for salary relief. So I think again, pretty solid there, salary relief play. And other than that, so Zizic here has been playing the backup 5, and the Cavs have been involved in a couple of blowouts. So, I don't know if he sees this amount of minutes in a close game. I'd probably say like 10 to 15 in a close game. But again, if the Cavs get blown out, he's going to see some extra run. So maybe you want to play that aspect of it and play a couple of the Cavs off the bench. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So yeah, there's honestly a lot of different ways to go. Again, all 4 of these games are pretty appealing. Again, you could go Harden. If you're playing cash games, I think you just got to lock in Harden. He's just been playing unbelievable basketball. Then this Golden State game, Dallas projects to be close, so I think you could target someone's Warriors, and I really like Doncic. Play Harrison Barnes and Maxi KLEBER if he does pick up a start. This Portland-Denver game, and you got the revenge game narrative for Nurkic, and Jokic just been playing some great basketball. And then this Cavs-Lakers, the late-night game. Everyone just seems underpriced, and it's definitely the most stackable game. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Brief overview of those 4 games. So if you guys have been enjoying the content, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. So let's go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It will be in the description below. I'll give my thoughts as more news comes out throughout the day. And yeah, I'll be back for another video on Monday for the main slate. So I'll see you guys then.